from 13 to 19, I was completely addicted to porn. But for most of them years, I was actually trying to quit. I was on NoFap, thought it would work because that's what everyone told me to do. Get onto it, but I'd always fail on day 2, maybe day 3. I'd relapse. Then I'd hate myself for it, so I'd relapse again. So then I've done it twice now, and I'd just be like, all right, I'm on day 0 of NoFap. I've already failed. Let's go again and again. So I'd do it 3 or 4 times in the same day. That cycle continued for years. Hundreds of times I did that. Here's how I finally broke free. So day 1 of NoFap didn't happen again. I broke free. I got a long streak, whatever you want to say. I quit porn. Here's how I did it. Step 1, obviously, just get off NoFap. Get onto my system called LessFap, right? The reason NoFap doesn't work is because you're addicted to porn. You're doing it every single day. To 1 second just be like, all right, no more porn, cold turkey, never watching it again. Get onto NoFap. That's stupid. On paper, it sounds great. Yeah, you quit porn in 2 weeks, guys. But as we know, you can't do it that fast, okay? As you've found out the hard way. It's the same with the fat person. He's trying to lose some weight. He's trying to get a 6-pack in 2 weeks. He's not sticking to that. In order to do that, he's got to starve himself. But he's fat. He's not capable of that. He's not ready for that. So he starves himself for 6 hours, gives up. He's like, fuck this is too hard. Then doesn't eat his normal diet. He eats more because he's so hungry. So he gains more weight. The same with you. You try and rush into it too fast with NoFap. You're thinking, oh, I'll just quit in 2 weeks. It's no big deal. You try. You get a day in. You get sad because you're like, oh, I can't watch porn anymore. I really want to. You give up. The willpower runs out because it does. You relapse. Then you're like, oh, fuck this. I don't care. I'm watching it again and again and again and again. Okay? That's what quitting porn cold turkey does. It makes your journey worse and your experience so much worse. You can't quit. You can't do that. So get into LessFap. It's how it sounds. This week, fap less he did last week. I don't care how much you watched porn last week. I don't know, 10 times last week, all right? The common advice would be watch it 0 times this week. But the common advice for porn is fucking shit, right? So, you watched it 10 times last week. I've quit porn. Take my advice. Watch it 8 times this week. Watch it 5 next week. 3 the week after that. And what do you know? Within a couple months, 3-4 months, which is how long it's going to take for most people, you're watching porn once a week and your addiction's gone. It's really that simple, okay? Because you've got into LessFap. The less you try and rush, the more results you get. The more you rush, the further away the results go, right? If you're trying to be needy with a girl, you really want a girl, she's going to run away. If you act like you don't give a shit, she's going to run to you. It's the same with this. Stop trying so hard to quit porn. Stop trying to do it so fast. And before you know it, you're on LessFap. You've watched porn twice in a week. And a couple months back, you were doing it twice a day. That's how easy LessFap is. You're going to fail on this journey. That's fine. I failed a lot. Right? Just forgive yourself. Because if you don't forgive yourself, you'll beat yourself up. When you beat yourself up, you relapse again. And the cycle continues. Forgive yourself if you fail, which you will. But you're on a great journey. So it's easy to forgive yourself. You're actually trying to quit porn. Now, the reason LessFap works so well is because you can still watch porn, which is great. If you're addicted, it's great, right? Number 2, you're getting benefits each week, right? The less you watch porn, the more benefits you get. You don't have to quit cold turkey to experience benefits. If you watch porn 10% less this week, you're going to get 10% more confident, 10% less anxious, right? It just works like that in that way. Maybe not exactly, but that's the idea. Finally, you're finally making progress towards quitting porn, which feels great. Because if you've been trying for years like me, you finally got into LessFap. Within a week or 2, you've made more progress than you have on years of NoFap. Okay? That feels great, and you're never going to want to give up. So get into LessFap. Never mention NoFap again, the streak. Forget about that. And that's how you actually quit porn. Quickly, by the way, link below is my porn quitting course. There's no pressure to buy it, but if you're interested, you want to support me, you want to quit porn even faster and get all my tips, link below is there. The price is going up very soon. Now, another thing to do with LessFap is set goals and not have a shit life. When I was watching porn the most, my life was at its worst because I had no goals. I was depressed. When you've got no goals, no future, no ambition, you think of the future and what you're going to see. Go to a uni and a college to study something you don't want to study for, get a job you don't want. If you're lucky, you find a midwife. You have average kids, shit house, you're fat, you're watching porn still. That's the life of most people. And when I consciously thought of that, I got sad. I was like, well, what's the point of life? And when you're sad, I turn to porn, video games, junk food to make myself feel not sad. So the more sad you are, the more unfulfilled and just purposeless you are, the more likely you are to turn to porn. because your life is shit. So fix your shit life by setting goals. So now when you set the goal of making 10k a month by helping people, so you can retire your mum, travel the world, get a great body so girls want you, so you're proud of yourself, improve a skill you want so you can help people, whatever it is, when you set that goal, you write it down, you make progress towards it every day. Before you even achieve the goal, you think of your future now. And it's great because it's filled with that, with the goals achieved. You'll wake up one day with the money, the skills, the body, whatever your goal is. You gotta have some self-belief and be like, all right, one day I'll wake up and I'll achieve that goal. Why not? Other people have done it, I'll do it. So you think your future now and you're happy, you're excited. You're like, how could I make progress faster to this, right? And then the need for porn is just not there because you're not sad. You're not thinking, oh, what a shit life this is. Let's watch some porn to make myself feel good. Like, no, you don't do that. You think of your future, it's fucking good. So the need for porn is not there. So set goals. This will help you with any addiction, by the way, because your life is good. And it'll also just improve your days. Like, what's the point of having a shit life? When you've got no goals, your life is shit, you've got nothing going on for you, you don't have great friends. I don't blame you for watching porn every day. I don't, right? Because I was there. But set goals. It's not an excuse to stay there. So set goals, have a good life and quit porn. It's that simple. Finally, change your identity. Okay, if we ask yourself now to describe yourself with your porn addiction, you'd say, I've got a porn addiction, but I'm trying to quit. You know, I'm trying really hard. It's difficult, but I'm trying. You might think that's positive, but it's not. You're not the guy who's quit porn. You're the guy who's trying to quit porn. If we ask someone else to describe their porn addiction, even if they were completely addicted, and they said, I don't watch porn, it's gay, it's weird, it's cringe, I don't like it. Even if that's a complete lie, even if he's more addicted than you, he's going to quit faster than you are. He's told his brain already he's not addicted. It's a complete lie, but he's told himself that. You can brainwash yourself into thinking you don't have a porn addiction. You can do that. You can change your identity before your reality is changed. Your brain can't tell the difference between the things you're telling it and what's actually going on in the world. So, it's not going to work overnight. But if you tell your brain you hate porn and you find it boring 1,000 times, eventually it's going to be like, right, this guy's said this shit so much, I'm bored, it must be fucking true. He said he hates porn this much. That's just the new identity, because I'm sick of hearing him say it. So your brain accepts it, you'll wake up one day, get a porn urge and be like, hang about, I'm not watching that. Why would I watch that? It's weird, it's boring, it's cringe. Because you've changed your identity. Even if you watch porn 6 times the day before, your identity is now changed and it'll be weird to watch porn. Imagine 2 guys going to a party. They're both alcoholics. First guy gets offered a drink. He says, sorry, I'm trying to quit drinking. You know, it's hard, but I'm trying to quit. 30 minutes later, he gets pestered and he's like, oh, go on, have a drink. Why not? Don't be boring. And he drinks that night. Second guy, equally as addicted to alcohol as the first guy, gets offered a drink. And he says, sorry, I don't drink. You don't get bothered for the rest of the night. People will think, oh, no, you don't drink, you know, family reasons, religion, whatever. He doesn't get bothered because he said he doesn't drink. It was a lie, but he's told himself he does not drink. So he doesn't halfway through the party think, oh, let's go get a beer. No, that's weird. He does not drink. He's changed his identity. Even if it's not true, change your identity. You do not watch porn. You don't. It's boring, it's gay, it's cringe. Even if you just watched it. Lie to your brain. And this is just something to do over time, because one day you'll wake up and be like, all right, I actually don't like it. It's boring, it's cringe. I've told myself that much that I hate it, that it's come true. Okay? Sounds cringe, sounds gay, but it works. So do it. Right? So forget NoFap, get onto LessFap. Watch it less and less each week. Set goals so your life has purpose and you've got a good future ahead of you. And change your identity. And your porn addiction will disappear. No more going back and forward with NoFap, failing, feeling like a loser. No more of that. You will quit porn if you follow this. Watch all my other free videos every single day. Subscribe if this helps, and goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough, and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.